All right, let's see what we can capture here. I don't know if it'd be much, but I've been hearing some aircraft. I want to check it out. Not that. Oh. Come on, give it up. I'll put you in the shot. Maybe. Yes! Focus. Here we go. Here we go. So I've got a pair of... See, that's why. Sometimes one of the... Well, the one on the right. You be quiet. Uniden Bearcat Trunk Tracker 2, the BC245 XLT, and there's a pair of them right there. This is actually a 235, not a Trunk Tracker 2, but very similar. Anyways, the one on the right is receiving the aircraft service band, and the one on the, or the rather, RadioShack, I was going to say BC. It's not. It's a Pro-2036. And it's programmed for more generalized, localized type frequencies, and plugged in the antenna. I had moved the shelving and the antenna and all that. I just propped it up right here because recently it's been in the way. It would have to come on when I move the camera, but it was in the way, and I figured I could prop it up somehow, and I did, and plugged it into the 2036 there on the left under the monitor. And lo and behold, as I was charging the 245 XLTs, new batteries, started picking up some local air traffic, air to air, as they do normally sometimes. Sometimes on other frequencies. I forget what it was I was listening. It was like 121 700 or 725. And one guy was talking to others that I could not hear. But he was on approach to one of the local runways over at Richmond Regional or Richmond International. I didn't quite catch it, but a 245 XLT and the 2036 caught it. Caught both of them. Look at that. There's a local VHF frequency. Unless that was, that can't be Henrico. That's not right. 155 340 I think is a medical frequency. I have to look it up. I got to do something else. I got to remember. I haven't marked the spines on my what are the 3-ring binders? I haven't marked the spines yet. No. Let's see here. No. Too far up. 154 3400, 155 3400. It was. Some of you guys already know what this is. And you're not putting it down in the comments, calling me an idiot. Of course, you already know that I am, right? That's all business itinerant. That's 70 centimeters. I don't want that. No business. Aircraft? Nope. It's not going to be that high in frequency. So, it's not quite that high. I don't think it's federal. That's too high. Six o'clock. Oh man, I don't have it marked. But I can tell. Shame on you, William. That's Air Care. They're on a call right now. They gave the coordinates earlier, but I did not record them. Eagle 1 and Aircom. Okay. Norfolk. All right. I got a specific list that I can't find. Okay, I found the correct list. All right, 155-400 is here. Not right here, but here, HEAR. Disaster Mutual Aid.
Eagle, your traffic's coming in broken. Is it Norfolk General, Santera?
You can go back and look. I'm pretty sure it was 155-3400. And that's not on my list. Doggone it. My collaborator is incomplete. All the information he gives me, and I don't have that one freaking frequency. There it is. I found it. I said 155-34 or 43. 155-34. 155.34 is here, as I said earlier. It was right next to that, and I missed it. Disaster Mutual Aid. And it's labeled as here 340. The one right next to it is here 400. So I guess that's simple enough. Durr. I mean, it makes sense. They don't have to give it any special, tag or anything like that. That's just enough. But it wouldn't be too uncommon, I think, to listen to that traffic on here 340 near the hospital, because if it's for ambulances like I think it is, and they're right here, that's got to change. They're in the area close enough to understand what they're saying by radio. That just, I don't know, here. It makes too much sense. Yes, I can hear. Over here. Over here. So I guess the activity's kind of calming down a little bit. It's already pushing 8 minutes on this video. I think what I might do, if I don't use the entire thing, I might go in and edit out a minute of the actual comms and then just make it a short. I don't know. Okay, so one interfered with the other. I'm pretty sure. The 2036 heard the signal, and the 2045 heard the 2036. 2045. 245, not 2045. I added a digit. The 511 might save me on this. I hate so much that it's noisy. Running coded squelch on the 511. The squelch is all the way down. And that's Bob, W4RTH. So I'm receiving their tones. That sounds like Randy, KO4KAD. Finally, So I am running an external speaker on the 2036, just because that monitor is parked right on top, and it's covering the speaker. So I wanted to be able to hear, listen here on wherever it pops up. Not that specifically, but more so the aircraft. Yeah, that's who that was. I hated that it's so noisy. There's really not much I can do about the noise, the RFI. I guess I got a couple chargers I could turn off, but that's about it. 2 chargers. That might decrease the RFI just a little, but it's not going to be much. Always an interesting noise to be received. It's not as bad as it has been. It's not that I've filtered out anything or that I moved the antennas to a certain point where I can't hear stuff like that anymore. I don't think I've locked out absolutely every channel. The other scanners used to do it pretty bad, but at that rate, it's possible moving these things around a little bit has helped. These are all lower than the others are. The others have been. And sometimes it helps with receiving certain radios or certain transmitters in different places because they are lower. Either they're less susceptible to noise or RFI, or just because they are in the right place. And as many high-powered repeaters are around here in different services, it doesn't matter where you place your radios or your antennas because you're right across the interstate from downtown. I left that one in there because it's kind of important. I think it's another medical channel. So I'll just put up with the noise there when it pops up. As you can tell, it's not very often, so it doesn't really matter. It more so only matters that I hear the repeater or direct traffic than I do the noise. Anyways, I find these on eBay occasionally. I started out with the 235 XLT on the left, and I liked it that much. I found the 245s thinking they were the same as the 235, not realizing they're trunk tracker 2s, not just trackers. Not closely looking at the images, but to me they all look the same. The 235 did not have a charger, or maybe it did. Maybe it had a charger, and the 245s had one or both chargers. I don't remember, but I was mainly using the chargers because they were the same connector on the radio end as they are for the BPH that goes on the bottom of the HTX 202 and HTX 404. That's the real main reason I got those, because it had the power supplies I needed, not so much the radios. Still like the radios, and for what they're worth, they still function very well. So at this rate, having new batteries for pretty much everything, I can listen to as many services at once as necessary. I've got stories of how bad it was back in 2022, 2020, the riots and stuff. I'm sorry, the peaceful protests where they were okay. It's not like they sent the whole daggone page. Yeah, finally, some commercial traffic. I forgot where I was at. Oh, yeah, the peaceful protests. And they were using just about everything they had to communicate. And sometimes they'd come back all the way down to the VHF spectrum just to keep up with outside agencies that would come in to assist, I suppose, here in the Richmond area. So if it all happens again, and I happen to be awake and alert and happen to catch all this stuff, it'd be more convenient because I've got enough to listen to with. If you've seen earlier videos, you've seen how much I have, what the capabilities are. I mean, it's all analog, sure, but if they have to leave the digital encrypted systems to work with outside agencies, as many people as they may have come in, they may have to go back to their tactical channels, their analog tactical channels, and they'll be able to hear some information. And I guess the fun part is if the local amateur radio clubs are involved and whoever else, CERT, whatever GMRS operators they can pick out, I can listen to all those services too. And I've even witnessed some medical teams on some of my earlier videos. They dispatched a group of vehicles and volunteers for a tornado event down in Virginia Beach a year or so ago, and I even let one of the kids play on Green Dot, or now MURS 154.600 megahertz, and listen to that for a while. But interesting things you might stumble across, and then all the other Med 9 chit chat on the FRS stroke GMRS channels that are local here that could crop up. I mean, for crying out loud, I'm almost right downtown, and there's lots of apartment complexes and neighborhoods and schools around here that still use those things. Still pretty easy to hear. I'm still waiting on Air Care Eagle, I think it is, to check in again. I don't know if they're coming here or if they went to the LZ and are going to another hospital. I may have missed that call. See, that kind of jumps around from frequency to frequency, and it's kind of hard to tune out. It seems to be so broadbanded, or there's not enough conversion on these radios to tune all that out. Again, not complaining because it works. There's certain unpleasantries you have to work around. That's the 511 in Hanover, in case you don't copy code. I believe that's N8ELS. Anyways, thus far is the example of what I've been doing here and trying to repair and upgrade this a little bit to get to where I am from where I started. I started with one receiver 3 or 4 years ago, and it was just a realistic Pro-2036. Happened to find it locally and picked it up for, I don't know, $20 maybe. Popped in some batteries, and I guess I just started listening to the railroad. When I got here, I just popped in the frequencies. It's right outside, of course, and it's very easy to hear at least a half dozen channels. So that was the start of the fun. Then got into the HTX series from RadioShack and Realistic, and bought 2 each of those, 202s and 404s, and just kept building from that, being close to these repeaters. some of them anyways, and even closer in the other room, the less things in the way. But that's the way I made it work till I had some extra channel donations come in. See, it wouldn't make sense to lock those out because there's 3 or 4 different frequencies that suffer from that. I'm quite certain it's downtown. It's less than a mile away, and there's just not a whole lot I can do about it, and I won't. I'm just going to leave it like it is.
This afternoon, partly sunny with isolated showers.
Why not?
Highs in the mid-80s. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Tonight, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. North winds around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. East winds around 5 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light and variable. Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour in the morning, becoming light and variable. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. Friday, partly sunny. Highs in the upper 80s.
Well, look at that.
Partly cloudy.
Got a tack channel.
Saturday, partly sunny. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 80s. Chance of rain 30%. Saturday night, a chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Partly cloudy with a chance of showers. Lows in the lower 70s. Chance of rain 30%. Sunday, partly sunny. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 80s. Chance of rain 30%. Sunday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then clearing. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the upper 60s. Chance of rain 30%. Monday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for
It's not
Central
bad.
Virginia, including the Richmond and Tri-Cities area tonight. Mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. Northwest winds around 5 miles an hour until midnight, becoming light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. North winds around 5 miles an hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. East winds around 5 miles an hour until midnight, becoming light and variable. Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Light and variable winds. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 60s. South winds around 5 miles an hour. The extended forecast. Friday, partly sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows around 70. Saturday, partly sunny with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s. Chance of rain 30%. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a chance of showers. Lows in the lower 70s. Chance of rain 30%. Sunday, partly sunny with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 90. Chance of rain 30%. Sunday night and Monday, mostly clear. Highs around 90.
There it is again,
Lows in the upper
51.
60s. Monday night and Tuesday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 80s. Lows in the upper 60s. The Richmond, Virginia climate summary for this evening as of 5 p.m., August 13th, 2024. Today's high temperature was 85 degrees and low 68 degrees. 0.03 inches of precipitation fell today, which brings the monthly total to 2.66 inches. The total precipitation for the year now stands at 37.44 inches. The record high for tomorrow is 100, which last occurred in 1926, and the record low is 47, which occurred in 1941. Sunset tonight is at 8:03 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:25 a.m. Marine forecast. Chesapeake Bay from New Point Comfort to Little Creek, Virginia. Through 7 p.m., north winds 5 knots. Waves 1 foot. Tonight, southeast winds 5 knots, becoming southwest in the late evening and early morning, then becoming west late. Waves winds 5 to 10 knots. Waves 1 foot. Wednesday night, east winds 5 knots, becoming southwest after midnight. Waves 1 foot. Thursday, northwest winds 5 knots, becoming northeast in the afternoon. Waves 1 foot.
That was almost too fast, sir. 852, 5125, I believe, is 800 TAC 3. Seems like they do a nightly test roughly about 6 o'clock or so. 1800 hours. Seems like. I suppose you can call that routine testing. I was hoping to catch air carrier before I signed off. I guess they can probably make the trip from Norfolk to Richmond in 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes by air. I would hope that would be half the time by land and ambulance. Jeez. I don't know. I have to look that up. Where is the other device? Where's it hiding? Oh, shush. These black objects, they escape me from time to time. There it is. Found it. Actually, it's a black screen and blue back. What do we have here? Yes. All right, so let's figure this out. A general search here. Norfolk. Norfolk. It shows, well, to the airport, it shows 81 miles. Oh, wow. Currently, drive time, well, why is that by train? Can you take the, yeah, I guess you could take the train. That was a dumb question. No. See if we can change that. Okay, so it's only an hour and a half drive between here and Norfolk. And that's I-64. People reporting radar. I saw a Kojak with a Kodak. So 91 miles, I-64 east from here, which should be an easy jaunt. So I guess by it won't show me by air.
River 1, we'd like tickets to down landing Richmond. We have the field site.
Awesome. I wonder if, and I don't know if I have that on this device.
160, River 1.
You're a little loud there, pilot. And it's not loaded on this device, so let me ask Google. Hey Google, from Richmond to Norfolk by air, how long? 40 minutes. I figured it would audibly tell me, but it does not. 40-minute flight, according to travel math, whatever that is. People also ask, how far apart are Richmond and Norfolk? Is Norfolk Airport bigger than Richmond?
190 now, and 45 west, north,
There we go. What is the halfway point between Richmond, Virginia, and Norfolk, Virginia? The halfway point. That's an easy answer. How long is Richmond to Virginia? What?
687 for Fly America, 37.
Oh, they show Williamsburg is the halfway point. Interference. That's just weird. The halfway point between Norfolk, Virginia, and Richmond, Virginia is Williamsburg, Virginia. Find a place to meet halfway. These locations are 98 miles apart, and the exact midpoint is Williamsburg, Virginia. Is that so? Pro-2036 says the flight time from Richmond to Norfolk is 2 hours, 58 minutes. What? What? OMG, that's, Okie dokie. I don't think so. I think I'd rather drive. No. I can't bear the excitement. So much so that I want to get up and leave. I just might go for a walk. It doesn't look so bad out there. We might be getting a little bit of rain right now. I've had about enough of you, sir. Oh, it doesn't quite look that bad. Yeah, I need a prop for everything. I don't have enough. Pretty much all in use right now, so. I guess that is extremely light showers, or the atmosphere is loaded with humidity. I'm not really sure. Well, those are the examples of what's going on and what I can hear. So I'm going to cut it short and go take me a walk. And I guess I'll catch you guys next time on the next upload. William here, K4ARX, watching American Radio X-Ray. And thanks.